There's actually a reason why I'm wearing my hair like this. So, I promised, sorry, I promised you guys that I would start publishing some short transformation tip videos for the month of July. And I guess I could have started July 1st, but you know what? It's never too early or too late to at least get some help, you know? And first of all, when I'm talking about transformations, I'm not just talking about a makeover or, you know, dressing differently and you know, transforming yourself that way. I really think it's important that you look inside of yourself first, and you know, throughout your entire transformation, because eating and drinking and exercising, that stuff is like a piece of cake compared to some of the emotional issues that a lot of people are dealing with, especially when it comes to you know, taking that first step to becoming healthier and dropping pounds. And when I first started my weight loss journey years ago, many years ago, I was on my own. Like I didn't have any support, not necessarily because I didn't have friends or my family didn't care. I just didn't ask for it. I was reading a lot of magazines, I was on the internet, I was getting my hands on any kind of information that I could. But you know, even with having all of that knowledge, you still have to start. You still have to figure out, you know, what's going to work for you, and you know, deciding whether or not you're going to actually do a diet, or if you're going to be focusing on you know, counting calories or carbs, that kind of stuff. So you know, that stuff was very important, having that education. But the main thing that helped me from the get-go was accepting me, was just getting out of my own way, getting out of my comfort zone, and really just being open and honest with myself about what I wanted, where I wanted to be. And I knew right from the beginning that I didn't want to do a diet. I did not want to, you know, I didn't want to lose weight and then gain it back quickly. I knew that stuff didn't work. And, you know, I still wanted to eat cake and cookies and all of that stuff, but, you know, I wanted to be at peace with myself. I wanted to be able to make healthy decisions, and a lot of that revolved not just around me making healthy decisions in terms of food, but also in terms of the kind of stress and the people that I had in my life, and just really trying to be positive and being mentally stable throughout my process. So the reason I'm wearing my hair this way is because, you know, this is something that has been a lifelong struggle for me. My hair is usually much longer than this, but I cut it a few months ago, and so I decided, you know what, I'm going to wear it natural. I'm going to get rid of the chemicals and see how this thing goes. So I'm trying to be more comfortable with wearing my hair out, and wearing it more natural. And that's a big part of accepting who you are, accepting things that make you you. You know, you're doing this journey for yourself. You're doing it for your health. You're doing it for, you know, your own personal reasons. So you don't need the approval of anyone else to be you, to live. You know, I think sometimes when you have people around you who aren't really supportive in that sense, it can be a bit discouraging. And I'm not saying you have to get rid of friends and you have to get rid of your family, but you know, you need to be more mindful about the kind of things that you're allowing into your life and allowing to disrupt your decisions. You know, one of the things that I also want to say is that, you know, it doesn't matter how much you blame yourself or how many mistakes you make and all the crying and blaming that you, and finger pointing that you make. That's not going to change you. You know, it's not going to change you. You can't expect to stay in one place and not make any changes and then expect change. You know what I mean? You got to put forth the effort. You have to make the decision to move forward. And you know, you have to accept where you are right now, the person that you are today, because it's only temporary. You know, you might be wearing a size 24 in pants or a size 18 in pants today, but that's temporary. You know, if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to start eating better, making changes, healthier changes in your life, then you're going to see progress. It takes time. It takes time, and there's so many times that you want to give up, but you know, perfection is not something that should be the goal. Your goal should be, you know, really to try to discover who you are, the things that make you happy, the things that make you comfortable in your own skin. You know, one of the things that I did was I remember stripping down and just taking off my clothes and standing in front of a full length mirror and just really looking at the physical things that I liked about myself and the physical things that I didn't like about myself, the things that I could work on, and things that, you know, may or may not change. I've never been a huge fan of my stomach. I think I have a horrible, ugly stomach. But at the same time, you know, I can look at it from a different perspective and think, you know, I'm healthy. My stomach is healthy. I'm a healthy person. And that's a beautiful thing. You know, I like my arms. I like my legs. I'm not that crazy about my hands and my feet. My dad cursed me with big hands and feet. But, you know, that's me. That's who I am. And, you know, as I get older, I learn to appreciate those things a lot more than I did when I was younger, because, you know, these same feet help me run a few 5Ks. You know, they help me get to and from school. They help me do a lot of things. My hands help me, you know, put together a lot of, you know, posts, and help me, you know, get things, help me graduate from college and high school. And, you know, you have to appreciate those small things and to not be so hard on yourself. And I mean, that's just a really difficult thing to do. Uh, and, you know, you also have to stop BSing yourself. I have to stop BSing myself, making excuses of why I can't do this or why I can't do that. It's like 4 o'clock right now, and I should have had my insanity workout done hours ago. And so today I'm just coming up with so many excuses. Oh my God, it's so hot. You know, I'm hungry. I'm tired. I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it. Absolutely. But I'm going to be miserable in the process because I should have done it when I had more energy. But it's okay. It's a learning process. I'll get up earlier tomorrow and I'll do it. And I'll do my next workout. But I wrote some notes here because I didn't want to forget anything. And you know, you're not gonna like the entire part of your process of your journey. You're gonna find that some things just really aren't working. Some things are working better than others, and that's just part of it. It's a lifestyle. You know, it's about making mistakes and finding what works for you. Again, it's not about seeking perfection. You know, if you said that you were gonna eat 1,800 calories a day, and you slipped up and ate like 2,000 or 2,100. I mean, it's not enough to, that's not enough to really drive you crazy. You know what I mean? You shouldn't beat yourself up for, you know, going 300 over your calorie goal. You know, you just try harder the next day. You think, you know, why did I eat so many calories? You know, what's going on with that? What can I do differently tomorrow that I didn't do today? You know, and that's one of the things that happens when you're starting to accept yourself and understanding the way that you think, the way that you're dealing with situations. Because if you cannot handle certain situations in a positive, productive way, it's going to be a long, 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 long struggle. And you have this whole process is you learning more about who you are. So, you know, it's extremely important that you take the time out to really try to understand you as a person, the person that you want to be, a person that, you know, the way that you see yourself. Don't worry about how other people see you. Don't worry about what other people are thinking about you. This is all you. This is you getting healthy and saving your life. So, some of the questions that I would say are very important to focus on, and things that I want you to think about today, tomorrow, whenever, is, you know, when are you going to get tired of being in this situation? When are you going to get tired of being miserable, of not being happy, of starting and stopping and starting and stopping. When are you going to be ready? Are you ready? You know, why are you holding back? What's holding you back? Is it a bad relationship? Is it the fact that you don't think you're good enough? You're worth it. And you're worth it. You have to believe that. And what are you willing to do about it? What are you willing to sacrifice? How hard are you willing to go at it? It's really, you really have to start living in the now and kind of getting out of your head, getting out of your comfort zone, not letting fear hold you back. And I know, easier said than done, but you got to start somewhere. You have to take that first step. You really have to take that first step. Again, I encourage you, stand in front of a full-length mirror. If you haven't got the courage to stand in front of a full-length mirror, pull out one of these little guys. Look at your face, look at your eyes, learn to appreciate every little part of you. And I think once you start to see yourself as being a very unique, very beautiful, very positive person, I think it's just gonna go a long way. And then also, accepting yourself isn't just something that you do at the beginning of your journey. This is something that happens throughout the entire process and throughout your entire life, because we change, we grow. A lot of things, I had a lot more energy when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s. And now my energy levels are a little bit lower, but I still have to accept that I've come a long way. I still have to accept that, my body is changing, my mind is changing, things around me are changing. The way I see the world has changed, and it's okay. But now I have to come up with a plan and figure out how to adjust to all of these new things, and still hanging in there, staying positive. I had many goals and things that I set for myself when I was in my 20s or when I was in high school, things that I haven't reached, things that I may never reach, but you just got to keep pushing. You got to stay strong, got to hang in there. So again, think about your journey, think about what you want for yourself. Know that you are worth it. You are worth it in every single way. And you can do it. You can do it. So I'm going to end the video on that. And I hope to see you guys back here tomorrow for the next transformation tip. And I hope you have a great day. Take care.